Hello, my name is Patrick and welcome to the practice. Today is a special day. It's the International Day of Yoga, so I thought it would be a good idea to share my practice with you so you can start your own practice or just continue what you already got. So I'm thinking it's going to be a 30-minute class accessible for all levels. We'll move in all directions and all you need is your mat. So please find it now and let's start the practice. Come to the back of the mat. Sit on your heels for a bit in a thunderbolt pose. You can place your right palm on your left in your lap if you are a male, or opposite, left at the top if you identify as a female. Close your eyes, sit up straight. Now you've made time for the practice, so let's leave everything behind. You can come back to it later. Follow your breath. Make it deeper, with more awareness. Deep breaths to your belly. And set up an intention for the practice. What brought you here? And what do you want this practice to make of your day? Now if you have your intention, open your eyes and come forward to tabletop. So place your wrists under your shoulders, knees under the hips. And let's start with some gentle cat and cows. So let's go with the cow first. On your inhale, let your belly sink down. Bend your back towards the ground. Look forward. And with your exhale, start the movement with your hips. And push the scapula up. Inhale to cow. Look forward. And exhale to cat pose. Push the ground. Inhale cow. And exhale to cat pose. From here now, lift your left leg up, right hand up into spine balancing. Be mindful of your rotation of the left foot. Try to point the fingers down towards the ground for internal rotation. You can make a fist and just hold a straight line. Keep the breath going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put your hand down, put Put your leg down. Now let's do some barrel rolls, or just move your hips the way you feel like. I will first do these barrel rolls like cat and cow, up and down. Other direction, to the left and up, right and down. Just move the spine. It's the first practice today for me, so I need some extra movement to feel good. Okay, now lift your right leg up and left hand point it forward or make a fist. Remember the rotation with your right hip. And hold. Breathe. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to tabletop. And now bring your wrists closer to your knees. We'll go with a wrist warm-up. So now move forward so that your shoulders go past the fingertips, and feel into the wrists. Shouldn't feel any pain. Keep your fingers wide, spread wide. Forward and back, forward and back. For 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your wrists closer together in the middle of the mat. Your fingertips pointing outwards to the sides. And now let's do 5 circles to the left, forward and right. Now back with the clock. 3, 2, 1. Now change directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, back to the middle. Now place your fingertips pointing backwards and move towards your hips. Move towards your heels. Move your hips towards your heels. Sit back. Now you should feel a good stretch in your wrist area and forearm area. Nothing painful, just feel into it. Back off if you need it. Keep the breath. Okay. Now sit on your heels. Shake out your wrists. And now let's come to plank pose, high plank. So your shoulders and your hips should be about in one line. You don't let your chest fall down, you push the ground, push away from the ground. Feel the engagement in your core, starting to engage. And keep the breath going, most important. Breathe only through your nose throughout the whole practice. Now with your exhale, start going backwards into downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Push your hips up.
And now inhale, start inhaling and start moving forward also into back to plank pose. Here you can check your position. If going from plank to downward facing dog is easy for you, you're landing in the same pose and it's comfortable in both positions, then it means that your leg and arm placement is correct. But if you have to adjust every time, then you should be able to go from downward facing dog into plank pose without moving your limbs. Okay, one more time. Exhale, come to downward facing dog. And inhale, come forward again, plank pose. Exhale, down dog. And inhale, plank pose. Move more forward and start lowering down. You can put your knees down or keep them up. Lower down all the way to the ground, to the mat. Move your forearms forward in front of you, your elbows under your shoulders into Sphinx pose. Look forward, engage your glutes to move your pelvis in the anterior post, anterior tilt. You can close your eyes for a bit. Now if you want, straighten your arms. Keep your glutes engaged. To back bend a little bit more if you feel open enough. Keep your gaze down or looking forward. Now lower all the way down. Move your palms under your shoulders, tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips. Lift yourself, your whole body for plank pose. And come to downward facing dog again. Push away from the ground. Try to make a straight line from your hands up to your hips. Hold your knees bent. Now you can straighten one leg at a time to feel into the pose. As I mentioned, this is the first practice of today, so do what feels good. Now you can bring your heels to your right and push away. Now through the middle to the other side. Bring your heels down, push away from the ground. Now back to the middle and back to a still downward facing dog. Now bring your feet between your hands. Inhale for half forward fold at the front of the mat and exhale to fold fully. Keep your knees a little bent. Try to put your abdominal up on your thighs. Now you can lift your hands, interlace them in front of you, under your chest, and let your body just hang. Keep the knees bent. Now bring your hands down again, and we'll lift up all the way up really slow. So start at the bottom, vertebrae by vertebrae. You're moving up with your inhale, but just keep breathing. All the way up.
Now you turn your arms out into external rotation, open your chest. Deep inhale, lift your head, slightly lift your chest. Exhale here, and now with your inhale, bring your hands up above your head. Straight, and even more, reach out, reach up. And exhale, bring your palms down at the same height as your elbows. Inhale, bring your hands up. And exhale, come to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold.
One more lift all the way up. With your inhale,
Hands above your head. And now palms in front of you down to your elbows again. Inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift your head up. Now step, jump, float your legs to the back. Come into chaturanga, bend your elbows. Inhale, come into upward facing dog. You can either stay here, or if this pose is uncomfortable for you, of course, engage your glutes. Then just bring your hips down and bend your elbows. Move them slightly forward. So to a cobra pose instead of upward dog. If you're good, stay here.
and exhale, downward facing dog. Three breaths here. And with your next inhale, come into half forward fold at the front of the mat. You can step or float.
Inhale, lift.
Exhale, fold. And inhale, lift all the way up.
Bring your hands above your head. Exhale, relax in Tadasana. Let's do the sun salutation B. This was A. Now let's go with B. Inhale, bring your hands above your head. Bend your knees into chair pose. Now try to keep your feet together. But if your knees are in the way, if you have knocking knees, then just keep some distance between your feet. Your knees should be just behind your toes, so you should be able to see your toes. Arms straight, but not pushing towards your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Now exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale,
down dog. Now bring your left heel down. Your foot should be 45 degrees. Bring your right knee forward under your chest and place your right foot behind your right arm. Lift up into warrior one. So your right knee is bent, your arms are pointing up. If you feel any discomfort in this pose, then lift your left heel up into high lunge instead of the warrior one variation. Now exhale, chaturanga again. Bring your right foot back. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Now other side, right heel down. Left foot behind your left hand. Rise up. Same here, if you feel discomfort in your hip or your knee, just lift your right heel up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now step or float forward again to half forward fold on your inhale. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, back to chair. And exhale, relax in Tadasana. Let's do one more round. So inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump or step into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale to down dog. Left heel down. Right knee forward, right foot forward. Arms above your head, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now right heel down, left leg forward. Rise up. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Let's stay here, 3 breaths. You can try straightening your knees a little bit more. Maybe you feel more open now. Or just keep them bent. Now inhale, bring your right leg up to the sky. Now open your hips, so bend your right knee, bring your right heel closer to your left hip, but your shoulders should stay in one line. So just opening the hip. Inhale, bring your right knee to the chest and place your right foot between your hands. Rise up for high lunge this time. So make sure you can see your big toe inside the knee. So just push your knee out so it doesn't fall inwards. Breathe here. Now step or straighten your left leg and come forward. Now cross your left ankle on your right knee into this figure 4. Join your palms in front of your chest and lower down. Flex your foot
Bring your toes closer to your left knee to protect it. And you can fold over your legs. You're opening up the external part of the left hip, the glute muscles. Now inhale, rise up, bring your left knee up, arms hanging along your side of your body, look forward, and through warrior 3, stay here for a second, come into warrior 2. Gaze over the right hand, look forward. Now straighten your right leg, fold forward over your leg into triangle pose, but hips are still stacked. Left arm is pointing up, your right hand could be on the ground, you can use the block if you need it, or just stay here. Be mindful of your right knee, don't hyperextend it, so keep a slight bend if you feel you going towards hyperextension. Look up. Feel the opening of your lower back area on the left side, down to your hip. Now inhale, come up again, through warrior 2. Now twist your toes more to the left, and now squat down into a Skandasana on the left foot. Your heel could be lifted or all the way down, doesn't matter, just stay here. And bring your hips all the way down. Now bring your left knee, stuck it up on your right. Maybe your foot is here, that's alright, or here. If you can stack it more in one line, then it's also okay. Depends on how open your hips are, so don't push yourself, listen to your body. Your right toes are flexed, your left heel is next to your right hip. Inhale to lift up, and exhale, fold over your legs. It's a nice opener for the right hamstring. So if you feel it somewhere there, it's all good. Deep breaths. Take 2 more here in this fold. Now lift up. Inhale. Bring your left foot next to your right knee. Bring your right hand behind you we go for a wild thing. So move your hips up, push them up. Your right outside edge of the foot is landing. You push your hips up, extend your arm in front of you, look forward. Try to have your right shoulder right over your right wrist. Engage your glutes.
And exhale, slowly come down. Now we'll come forward to the mat, to the front of the mat, so lift yourself up, come forward, and step into a forward fold at the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your palms down, jump or step, chaturanga. You can bring your knees down. Inhale, plank. Now bring your knees down, elbows down. Move forward with your exhale and start now inhaling into upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Bring your left knee up to the sky for three-legged dog. Bend your left knee, open stack your hips, shoulders in one line. Inhale, bring your knee to your chest. And exhale, step your foot between your hands. Rise up for a high lunge. Now revolve, high lunge. Right arm pointing forward, left arm pointing back. And inhale, brings you back. Now straighten your right leg and come forward into a figure four. So place your right ankle at the top of your left knee, bend your left knee, join your palms in front of you, keep your toes flexed to protect the knee, look down. Now inhale, rise up and through warrior three. So straighten your right leg behind you. Now land it into a warrior two. So heels in one line. Arms pointing forward and back. Lower. Bend your left knee to lower. You can close your eyes here. Now, with your inhale, straighten your left leg. You can shorten your stance into triangle pose, Trikonasana. So right hand is pointing up. Look also this way. Now inhale back to warrior two. Bend your left knee. And now twist your toes. Turn them to the right and come into a Skandasana on your right foot. Side squat. Stay here. And now bring your hips all the way down. Cross your right knee over the left. Again, try to keep them in one line, but if they are here, that's totally fine. Just go towards that direction. Inhale to lift and exhale to fold over your legs. Now inhale to lift up. Bring your left hand behind you, right foot next to your left knee, and rise up for wild thing. Exhale, start lowering down. Push yourself up and come forward. Place your hands at the front, join your feet. Halfway lift, exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms up. And exhale to fold again. Inhale, halfway lift. Now step your left foot behind you. Move your right foot to the outside edge of your mat into lizard lunge. So lower your hips. Stay here. Your left leg is mostly straight. Feel into the pose. You can move around. You can bounce. Just do what feels good. From here, lower your left knee down. Here you can place a blanket or something under your knee if it's uncomfortable. Try to be more on the front down side of your left thigh than your knee. So you can bend your knee and just be at the down of the left thigh. Grab your left foot with your right arm into this thigh stretch. Now first, try to straighten your left leg to pull yourself. Then relax and bend your right elbow to bring your heel closer to the hips. Your right knee can be pointing out, your right foot can be lifted, that's fine. The inside arch. Inhale and exhale, let go of the foot, slowly with control. Bring your hands down again for lizard. And now step the leg behind the right, step your left knee behind the right leg and come into this double pigeon variation. So your right ankle is at the top of your left knee, but your left leg can be bent as much as you want. The more you straighten it, the tighter it is. So find the right pose, engage your feet, keep your toes flexed to protect the knees at all times. Inhale now to straighten up and exhale to fold over your legs.
You don't need to fold. If you feel the stretch already, then just stay here. But if you want, you can come more down towards your legs. Inhale brings you back up. Come back into this lizard lunge, so step your right foot down, left leg behind you, and now come into a squat. Bring your left leg outside the left hand and squat down. If your heels are lifted, that's also fine. Try to keep your back as straight as possible, push your knee out. Here comes the ankle mobility. So if you feel like you are super tight in your ankles, then you should work more on the ankle mobility. This is quite a primal pose for a human being, so we should not forget it. We should not forget how it's done. Stay a little more, keep your breath going. Feel where do you feel your breath now? Do the belly breath and see if you can bring your breath down to your lower back. Feel it expanding. Then your chest. And then exhale in the opposite direction, the opposite order. So empty your lungs first, and then you feel your diaphragm moving. Now with your next inhale, bring your palms down, straighten your legs into half forward fold. Close your legs, make come your feet closer. And exhale to full forward fold. Now inhale. Come up to the standing position. And exhale, start lowering down again. Forward fold. Bend your knees to this squat. And now place your both palms inside your left foot. Step your right foot back into lizard lunge on the other side. Move around. Now bring your right knee down, bend it. Look over your left shoulder, grab your right foot with your left hand, and now try to straighten your right leg to pull yourself. And now bend your left elbow and bring your heel closer to your hips.
Now let go of your foot, bring your palms back down, and now step your knee into the seated twist position, so your right knee behind your left heel. Good. Now you can see me, but we are going for this double pigeon variation, so your left ankle is at the top of your right knee. Your toes are flexed. Inhale to straighten up and exhale to fold more over your legs. If you feel any sensation in your knees, then back off. Now inhale, brings you back up. Put your palms down, come back into lizard lunge. Now this time step your left foot back to this high plank. And now start lowering down. You can bring your knees down onto the mat. Move back slightly. We'll go again for the Sphinx pose. So bring your forearms in front of you, elbows under your shoulders, look forward. Your feet at the same width as your mat, glutes engaged. You can keep your eyes closed. We're cooling down now. No more strength to come, just relaxing poses. Now come all the way down and push yourself back towards your heels for child's pose. So your knees are wide, your toes are touching. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Now rise up. I will go for a seated forward fold, wide-legged. So I'll come to the middle of the mat, but you stay where you are. Open your legs wide. Now if this pose is uncomfortable or inaccessible for you, then just bend your knees and come into butterfly. That's also fine. If you are here, open your legs. Now inhale to straighten up and exhale to fold. Relax here. Don't push it too hard. It doesn't matter how low you can go in this pose. If you feel the stretch, it's all good. If you don't, then just go for the butterfly variation. Let the breath bring you deeper into the pose. Inhale, slowly come back. Help lift your knees. Now move your hips, move your knees in this windshield wiper movement. And now bend your knees all the way, come into a comfortable seated position. Sit up straight. You can bring something under your hips if this pose is uncomfortable for you. If not, then just stick around with me. Inhale, lift your left hand up and put it on your right knee. We'll go for a twist. So look behind your right shoulder, behind you to your right. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist more. Inhale, lengthen and exhale, twist more. Inhale back to the middle. Now the other side. Inhale, right hand up, put it on your left knee and exhale to twist to your left. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, twist more. Inhale, lengthen and exhale, twist. Good. Now come back to the middle. Now you decide, you can either come to Shavasana, so lay down on your back, let your knees, let your legs open wide, your arms also relax, close your eyes, or you can stay here for the seated meditation. Wherever you are, just close your eyes, observe your breath, but don't control it. Don't move in your body, find a comfortable pose and stay there. If you forget your breath, if you follow your thoughts, if they appear, then just come back to it. Notice that you lost focus and just refocus.
Slowly bring your awareness back to your body, back to where you sit. Keep your eyes closed. Join your palms in front of you. Thank you for practicing with me today on this nice day of International Day of Yoga. I hope you stick around with the practice and see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.